is a 20 East Media Network presentation. Salute, 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 salute. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I want to say salute to the chat. Um, if I don't personally shout you out, please do not take it personally. This is pre-recorded. Once again, this is pre-recorded. Thank you all for joining me here. This evening, I just had to come on and talk about this because this was weighing heavy on me. This is really becoming uh, a serious situation in our country here. The events that occurred today in down in Allen, Texas. Another mass shooting it occurred at the premium outlets in Allen, Texas. Uh, don't have the number. I don't want to actually speak on the number of casualties, but I will speak on the gunman has been captured. The gunman actually has been put down. He's dead. The word is there is a second gunman, and he's at large right now, and they are actually doing a manhunt for him right now. But the number of casualties, the body count, we don't really have that yet. I will get that over to you all while we'll post an update on the community wall later this evening. But I just want to speak on this mass shooting epidemic that's going on in our country. This is becoming very serious here. And everyone is just, I really don't think there's going to be any legislation passed to actually slow these events down. I think the only thing that we can do now is to be cautious, simply to be cautious. If you live in a state where you're allowed to be a licensed carrier, make sure you get licensed to carry. Because you right about now you have to protect yourselves. And when I in my shows every day I say protect yourselves and each other, I really mean that. And that comes from the heart. You must protect yourselves and each other. When I mean each other, I mean husband, wife, kids, family, friends. If you're out together, be aware of your surroundings. If you go into a crowded place, into a crowded mall, into a crowded Walmart, a crowded grocery store, into a theater, football games, churches, wherever where there's a mass number of people that are going to be attending, you have to be aware of your surroundings. If something doesn't look right, something doesn't feel right, if there's someone in there acting erratic, they're acting strange, uh, leave. You know, sometimes you have to, we as people, we have to learn how to trust and follow our first instincts. I can't personally tell you how many times following my personal instincts, my gut instincts have saved my life. And I just want to share this with you all. It seems like that's the only way that we can prevent things like this from happening. Uh, and my heart goes out to the families. um, of the victims from Allen, Texas, that were in that outlet mall. These individuals just on a Saturday, on a normal Saturday, got up, went to the outlet to shop, just to shop, and they were there minding their own business and just going there to shop and enjoy some family time, and to have someone to come in there with a gun and just start shooting and spraying the place up with bullets. Can you imagine what those individuals had to endure? Can you imagine what those individuals had to go through? And this is something that Congress definitely, the Congress and the Senate, uh, Supreme Court, the White House, this is not about Republican. This is not about Democrat. It's about doing what's right. Now, I'm all for the Second Amendment. I'm all for uh, having the right to bear arms. Okay, I'm all for that. But we really need to make sure that guns do not fall in the hands of the wrong people. You have a lot of sick, mentally ill people out here in this world that should not have their hands on guns. And I feel that some sort of background check or some sort of data needs to be kept on these people to prevent them from having the guns. Because how many times is this going to happen? We've seen it happen at schools, malls, uh, churches, theaters, nightclubs, subways. How many times are we going to witness this happening? We really, 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 really need to put pressure on these lawmakers. Change change has to begin with us, and us as citizens. We have to put pressure on these lawmakers, and we can start at a local level and work our way up to the federal. But talking about it is not going to move the needle. Talking about it is not going to get anything done. We have to take action. We have to let our voices be heard and actually put pressure on these lawmakers. Doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or a Republican. This is one thing that we all as American citizens should be able to come together to come to a solution to prevent innocent Americans, any more innocent Americans, to lose their lives in situations like this. And this is really getting out of hand. A Saturday afternoon, family members going to an outlet mall to shop, only to be met with bullets, a couple of crazed, psychotic idiots walking up in the outlet malls, shooting up the place. It's just ridiculous. And something definitely needs to be done about it. So the change starts with us. It starts with us. Like the great biggest said, before we can change the world, we have to change ourselves. So we have to take a different approach with this. And change starts with us as American citizens. That's why it is so very important to get out and vote. I don't give a damn what people say about, oh, voting doesn't do anything. Voting doesn't solve anything. Voting is not going to do anything. No, that's a bunch of bull. Doing nothing is definitely not going to get anything done. There's no harm in trying. There's no harm in trying. I've seen over the years, you can look back in history, when citizens stood up, went to the polls or protest, they got things done. There were some results. They produce results. And to sit on our hands or to hold our tongue and to consider and to continue to bicker amongst each other. Oh, it's the Democrats' fault. Oh, it's the Republicans' fault. It's the Democrats' fault. No, it's the Republicans' fault. Stuff like this is going to continue to happen. It's going to continue to happen. You're going to see events like this continue to happen. Mass shootings. Until we as citizens stand up and do something about it. I want to thank you all for coming out and joining me here this evening for this special breaking news bulletin. It's unfortunate. I really didn't want to have to do a premiere like this, but you hate this. Could happen anywhere. This could happen anywhere. This could happen anywhere. This could happen to any of us. Think about it. All of us, we eventually go to grocery stores, Walmarts, malls, Home Depots, churches, theaters, football games. We all attend events at one time or another where there's a large number of people. This could have been any of us. This could have happened here in Georgia. This could have happened in Pennsylvania. This could have happened in North Carolina. This could have happened in South Carolina. This could have happened in California. This could happen anywhere. Anywhere. So think about this. Any of you that just say, well, voting is not going to solve any of this. Putting pressure on lawmakers is not going to solve any of this. Oh, the election system is rigged. There's no use in doing anything. That's a bunch of bull. Not doing anything is even worse. Not making an effort to voice your opinion or to let your voice be heard. In order to put a stop to this, to what's happening in Allen, Texas right now, we are going to have to stand up as Americans. We're going to have to stand up as Americans and unite and put pressure on these lawmakers to come up with something, some kind of solution. Now, I'm not saying that we'll be able to completely put a stop to this, but if we could, the numbers are getting out of hand. The mass shootings are getting out of hand. So it's time for us as American citizens to stand up and put pressure on these lawmakers. Because until we do that, this is going to continue. I want to thank you all for coming out. Love you all. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening. Once again, take care of yourselves and each other. If you're going out, please be aware of your surroundings. If something doesn't look right, if something doesn't feel right, if something doesn't smell right, and you're walking into a crowded place, if there are some people off to the side acting weird, turn around and get out. Leave. Go to another local, go to another mall, go to another grocery store, go to another Walmart or another Target. If something doesn't feel right, please, ladies and gentlemen, follow your instincts. I'm Armando Black. Peace from the ATL. Love you all. Take care of yourselves and each other. God bless.